Hello brothers and sisters of the interwebs, Steel Phoenix here, and with our recent meeting of Khan in our playthrough, I think it's fitting to talk about the Anomalies of the Metro series, that being a big part of his exposition and character. It was also requested by me after my Nassalos video by Dossie Bigum. I hope I pronounced that right. Anomalies come in a few forms. We'll start off with the ones that directly are called anomalies, also known as dark stars, which are very dangerous phenomenon that travel through the metro, appearing as glowing blue balls of energy that discharge electricity as they move throughout the tunnels. They were also the first anomalies we encountered back near the beginning of our playthrough. They, however, will not harm anything so long as they don't move. On the contrary, running and attacking the anomalies and movements such as that will result in a swift death for anything caught in its vicinity, electrocuting and incinerating anything not standing still. The other of the two more common anomalies is the ghosts that inhabit the metro and the surface. They are dark humanoid shapes, like quote-unquote living blast shadows. Like the dark stars, the ghosts are neutral, only causing damage if touched. The ghosts, as they are understood, are supernatural and have two noted behaviors. One where they live out the last moments of their lives, like the dark one after you get knocked out in the chase, and the train that relives its crash constantly later in the game. Then there are some that continue their duty even after death, most commonly ghost guardsmen at barricades. And as with the examples of the Dark One and the train, ghosts can be formed from seemingly anything, not just humans. There are also some ghosts that appear quote-unquote bloody, with dark red along their form. Though, aside from looking more menacing, they are no more hostile than the standard ghosts. Another anomaly related to the ghosts is the darkness, which seems to be a sentient type of electromagnetic field, disabling the use of night vision and flashlights without affecting the use of lighters and torches. Though, oddly enough, they don't disable infrared scopes, laser sights, or reflex sights. It's also, in rare cases, that they leave lights illuminating certain areas unaffected, despite them being in the phenomenon's cloud and the lights being electrical. On the opposite side of the spectrum, there are the quote-unquote damned souls, found in some areas on the surface. They appear as torsos and hands that grab those that enter their affected areas. They are the only ghosts that could be considered directly hostile due to the fact that they are actively trying to pull you in and damage you. Ghosts are also responsible for the screaming/singing pipes that Khan and Bourbon talk about respectively. There are two other unique anomalies in the Metro 2033 and Last Light. The first being the Great Door, which appears in visions when helping Bourbon in the Lost Catacombs, where it hypnotizes him and, according to him, sings to him, attempting to suck both you and him into it until you make it through the gate that he was opening, and assisted by a Dark One that pulls you and him through before it shuts. It could likely be a gate to the afterlife if what Khan says is true and our world and the afterlife collided following the nukes falling. The second of the two unique anomalies more directly involved with Khan, as he is the one that takes you there, in Metro Last Light, is the River of Fate, as Khan calls it. It is an anomalous flow of water that, according to Khan, if a man wishes a second chance at forgiveness, the river will take him back to the moment before they did what they did. Aside from what Khan knows of the river, not much is actually known about it. The length, source, and age are all unknown, though it at least has hallucinogenic effects as it brings Artyom back to a few events between him and the Dark Ones, as well as a future event between him and the baby Dark One, which might hint that it might be paranormal in nature. This was actually a video I'd been looking forward to doing since I started my Metro lore series, and while doing research for this video, I learned quite a few things I didn't know about, and I hope that I was able to inform you guys as something you may not have known about the many anomalies in the Metro series. And I hope you enjoyed. Like if you like, subscribe to become part of the Phoenix Brotherhood, and as usual, thank you, have a nice day, and this is Steel Phoenix, signing off. Bye!